talk a bit about like what problems we've solved for you?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. I mean, so we kind of came in at an inflection point as a new business. Didn't have a ton of capital, had a bad partnership that actually put us underwater pretty heavily. So obviously, one problem was you're able to revamp our website for free, which was huge, because our existing website was just shitty and didn't have good conversions. That was a big one. Getting getting like the creating a process to get better quality leads over time and using like real time feedback has been huge for us, because obviously we had like a couple really good months and then things went down, and then we're like, okay, well, what's happening? And then we were basically having calls every week to figure out why that happened, and then did a really good job of communicating back and forth of like, okay, we need to do better on these ads. We'll restructure here, and then just using that constant feedback from what we were actually seeing, to where we're at now, right? Where last month we had an incredibly good amount of lead flow come in that were also great quality. So I think honestly, just creating stability in the business. I've been able to just rely on this now to create our sales. And like I told the team, because this has been really reliable and we've gotten really good engaged customers that buy at higher price points. Overall, this is something that we can scale up, and our plan now is to just max this out until we get to a point where it's like, okay, we've reached the natural extreme of what we can spend here, because it's better than doing stuff on HomeAdvisor where they're all shared leads and things like that. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What surprised you most about working with Matyx?
I guess the willingness to help. Yeah, and work with like a smaller business that, investing, I guess also the ability to invest in future growth, right? That's one thing I'm always big on, is like, we are probably one of your smaller clients just from how much we can spend. But I think, talking, to the Matyx owner, he, we talk quite a bit on the phone, and he's willing to say, hey, I'll give you a bunch of stuff that normally we would be well in our rights to charge, with the, the loyalty clause of you're going to stick with us and we're going to invest in your growth, because we know if you succeed, then we succeed as well. So I think that's probably been the biggest one, because other agencies you've worked with in the past were not as open to that.